Hello, I'm Ian with Board Feelings, and today we're going to be taking a look at perhaps the meanest area control game I have ever played. Now, if it's the meanest area control game, you may be saying, well, why are you smiling? Well, that's to keep myself from crying, because today we're going to be taking a look at Mezo by Kolossal Games. But first, only a small amount of people that watch my videos are subscribers, so if you like what you see, consider subscribing. It only takes a second, and you can always unsubscribe later. In Mezo, you and up to 3 of your friends will become a god in the ancient Americas and the tribe who worships them. Throughout the game, you will fight conflicts, build pyramids, and gain devotion, all with the sole purpose of being the best god and tribe in the land. So why do I consider it so mean, and why is this the game that I have become the most mad while playing? Well, it all comes down to these gods. You see, these gods are all completely asymmetric, and with that, they do things that completely and utterly break the game. You see, a conflict is resolved pretty simply. First, you start by revealing the top card of this conflict deck, which tells you exactly where the conflict is going to be take place right now. This one says Chichen Itza, which is going to be this location right here. Then each player is going to draw 3 of their cards from their god-specific deck. From these 3 cards, they will pick one and put the other 2 on the top of the deck for a future conflict. Then in turn order, starting with the player to the left of the player whose champion, in this case green, that is in that specific region, players will choose one action to take of 3 that is depicted on their god card. And this is where the meanness comes in. Because you see, once everyone has taken their actions, a conflict is resolved simply by whoever has the most strength in a specific region, which typically is depicted by how many pieces they have in a specific region. But by taking these actions, you can be completely changing the number of pieces that are in this region. For example, some cards allow you to move your god. Now, when you move a god, you can do crazy things. Like, for example, this god can deploy more warriors to his region. Or this god can smite a unit from an opposing clan and send it to Shiboba, which is essentially hell, and then at the same time recover some of his own units and put them in the fight. And then as another example, this card right here allows me to kill one of my warriors that then allows me to add this +2 strength on this board. So even though I did lose 1 strength by killing that warrior, I actually added 1 because I add that token to the board. So even though the conflict starts out pretty simple with 1 to 3 units on the board, by the end of all of the actions, it can look completely different. And that's where the take that and meanness comes from Mezo, or in the specific god actions. Because often what you have to do is, even if you have an excellent play, excellent ability, you take it and you're like, yes, I've won this fight. There's nothing any god can do that is going to prevent me, the blue player, from winning this fight. Now let's not forget that this god right here has the ability to smite 3 of my warriors, putting them in Shiboba, and suddenly winning the battle. And I can't tell you how many times something like that specifically has happened to me, where I knew that I won that battle. I had done everything that I needed to do to make sure that I took the victory. I was going to get those 10 points, all to have that ripped out from under me and suddenly destroyed by another player. But also, I can't tell you how much I have done that to other players as well, and how much I love doing that, and how much I love that happening to me as well. I love this game because it is so mean, and it makes me so angry. Is this game for everybody? No, it's not. This is a mean game. If you think area control games by nature make you angry, this will make you furious. You will flip the table. This is not a nice game. But as I said, that's why I love it. This will stay in my collection for a long time, not only because of all of these gorgeous god miniatures that I have, but because it's a game that provides so much intrigue, and you're really trying to think of, do I take this action now? If I take it now, what does that mean? How will this other player respond? And after the first or second age, you do kind of learn the gods, so that way by the 3rd and final age, you kind of have an idea of what the other players can do. So you can maybe start thinking ahead of, you know they can do this specific thing, so don't do something that will make them want to do that specific thing. Do something else, or maybe save it, wait to the perfect opportune moment. Now granted, you may get screwed in the end. But that's okay. It's only a game. So that's why I love Mezo. Is it mean? Yes. Does it make me angry? Yes. But I love it. And because of that, I'm going to keep playing it and I'm going to keep enjoying it, even though it makes me mad. It makes me feel so angry. But those are my feelings on Mezo. What do you think? Leave your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Now go experience many bored feelings. Hey everybody, I want to thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. And remember, if you like this video, consider subscribing. You can do that right here. Also, you can always check out one of my other videos right here, or here's a video that YouTube just thinks you may like. So once again, I want to thank you so much. Now go experience many bored feelings.